Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another maybe not a Star Citizen video. This is going to be World of Tanks. I used to play this game frequently for many years. I was actually part of the beta test for this game. So I go way back. I have some of the original tanks from that time period as well. The M6 Mutant and the A32. As you can see, I have a lot of tanks. Like I said, I played this game a lot. I've got a lot of Tier 10 tanks and a little bit of everything between Tier 1 and Tier 10. It was a fun game at one point. It still can be fun, but the mechanics have changed quite a bit during this game's evolution, I guess you could say. There are what you call gold rounds. So if I go in here, the ammunition, these high explosive anti-tank rounds, the heat rounds, are gold rounds. You can buy them for regular credits. They're very easily to buy. They do cost a lot, but they are almost guaranteed a penetration of armor. That, to me, ruined the game. When those rounds became so readily available, it just completely ruined the game for me. You'll see some vehicles need them, some vehicles don't. This particular vehicle definitely benefits from having them. I have a lot of vehicles. I sometimes play the heavies. They're not really my favorite tanks to play. I like playing tank destroyers. But we're going to start off in a heavy tank here and play a game for you and see how things turn out and kind of go from there. So we are in random battles. I could go to a Tier 10 tank. You know what? Maybe we should go to a Tier 10. Let's move our crew over to this Tier 10 tank. Return crew to vehicle. And we'll see how we do. This particular tank is the Chinese 113. It's a heavy tank. It's got some monstrous, turret hit points, or I guess armor rating. 290 millimeters of turret armor, so or equivalent, so it's very tough to penetrate through the turret. Now the body isn't quite as good, but being a Tier 10, it can also fire pretty heavy rounds. I think it has a 130 millimeter gun on it, so we'll see how well it plays. I have not played this tank in quite a while, so I haven't played this game in a while. I come back to it every once in a while, play a few games, and then remember why I don't play it anymore. I did have a clan in this game. They're still together, but not many people play it. This, you can see everybody that's on my team here on the left. See over here, and then on the right, everybody that's on the opposing team. Now the red ones are artillery, the gray ones are TDs, tank destroyers, and then of course you have some medium tanks in there and some heavy tanks, and they have a mouse. That's going to be a bit of a difficulty fighting, and this is a map that I can't stand. I hate this map with a fury. This is definitely one of my worst maps. So let's get into the action. Maybe we can stay with some of these tanks. This T95 FV4201 is a beast of a tank. It is a Clan Wars reward tank, so you have to be pretty darn good to have that tank. And so we're going to kind of stick with this guy and see if I can make a difference over here. I don't have a lot of gun depression, so hills are really not going to be my friend, and we are going to be stuck off in a hill, it looks like. Maybe I can sweep around the outside of this hill and get a few shots in without, taking too many hits, damaging hits. There's an M48 Pat next to me. That is also a really good tank. Doesn't have any armor per se, but is a pretty darn good tank. If I can get in a hold down position to where it's just my turret showing, I will be pretty invincible. They will have to fire gold rounds to hurt me. So I'm kind of going to sit back, see if somebody can spot for me. One of these medium tanks could be better at spotting than I am. And there we go. We have a TD. And I did not go through the armor. How in the world? How? Yeah, 130 millimeter, no damage. Very nice. You saw an artillery round just come in just now. There's 3 more artillery rounds. I really don't want to get stuck out here in the open because I will be an easy shot. Looks like they are sweeping around to try to take our base, and I've been spotted. Otherwise, I would not have been hit by that artillery shell. My guess is they're going to have some TDs over here. We definitely have some artillery. But the guy who has spotted everybody has not been spotted himself. So that's going to make things really difficult on this side. Looks like both teams have a similar tactic in mind here. You can use the bushes for cover. They aren't the best. As you can see, I was spotted. I don't have 6th sense on this tank, which is a problem. And now I'm getting hit by everything and everybody. The STB is firing gold rounds completely. The artillery round just bounced off of me. I cannot get an angle on this IS-4, but there are others I can hit here, and will hit. I'm surprised I pinned the Badger in the front. That is a very tough, frontally armored TD. Again, I don't want to be the one spotting here. And I did not hit the STB-1. See, the circle gets smaller the longer you hold it on a target. I'm going to blind fire here and hope that I can hit that guy. Oh, man. And I did get a hit on him. We'll do some more damage on him. They did take out that T-95 on our team. That's a shame because he was doing the spotting for us. Like I said, my tank is not a spotting tank. It's a heavy tank. It's supposed to mix it up, but if I roll out there, I'm going to get hammered. And the sirens mean that they are trying to capture our flag, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm going to blind fire, see if I can hit some arty back there. I'm trying to find where they're shooting from. It'd be nice if I could hit that guy, but that's not going to happen right now. That STB-1 is causing problems for our team, but I'm going to still hammer away at him. Oh. That took me some damage here. You know, I'm going to repair my gun. And again, artillery is still trying to hit me, and that's never fun. Badger has moved. And I ricochet off the side of a tank. Nothing more infuriating than bouncing off a tank you know you shouldn't be bouncing off of. And the STB-1's almost dead. He's going to roll in there on our TDs. And I can't get a shot on him. Unbelievable. Okay, good. They were able to defend the cap, which is super important. And now we can counterattack. We have the numbers on them. But that doesn't necessarily mean we have hit points on them. Ah, it's an IS-4. That's why I bounced off of him earlier. They have very good side armor. And he's angled around that corner, so I'm probably not going to do anything to him right there. what I'm going to do is try to push up here. I'm going to take a hit from the IS-4 here. That's okay, because I am in a hold down position now. And I can punish him. Ooh, that's going to be the problem, is the artillery. I can't deal with the artillery. But I might be able to keep this guy tracked and punish him for being where he was at. Alright, now I'm going to move up. There's only 3 guys left, 2 of which are artillery and 1 is a light tank. So it looks like our team's going to pull out the win here. I did over 3,000 damage. Blocked almost 3,000 as well. I can still die here, so that's still a worry. And I ricocheted off of an artillery. That is unbelievable. We're going to ram him, and ram him good, for the kill. He almost killed me in return. That is great. But hey, we survived. That's a really decent battle. Not the best in the world. We'll see the stats here in a second. But it was a decent battle. I don't have too many complaints about that one in the 113. It's been a while since I played that tank again. I feel like I played it okay. I took a couple of risks that I maybe shouldn't have. You see here, I got a Mastery Badge Class 3. It's not too bad. It's just in the top 50% of users with that tank, that game was. Then I also got Shell Proof, which means I had the total damage that I blocked with my armor was more than the hit points of my tank. And I also survived. So I've got that reward 127 times. Fire for Effect. I caused more damage to the enemy vehicle than the hit points of my vehicle. And then Hand of God, I survived and won the battle having received damage from at least 4 different enemy vehicles. Imagine that's a little hard to do. And then I got the Steel Wall Award. So I received at least 11 hits, blocked 1,000 hit points, and survived the battle. So the individual stats against these tanks, so I spotted this IS-4 and got assistance destroying him. So 1,271 assistance in destroying him. 2 non-penetrating shots on him, or let's see, no, received from him. And then I also did critical damage to him on his track and hit him twice for 758 damage. Non-penetrating shots from the STB-1, I received 4 of those. And I did 2 critical damage, track, and ammo rack. So you can one-shot some vehicles if you hit the ammo rack. And I hit him 4 times for 1,800 points of damage. I hit the Badger once for 417. The FV4005, I hit it once for 527 points of damage. That's a big hit. Critical damage on the Grill 15. That's that TD that I did not penetrate. I just hit the track. I bounced around from this Batchat 155-58. That's the artillery. I bounced around from artillery. And then I spotted this GWE 100 artillery. I did 501 damage on 1 shot and then rammed him to death. So you can actually look at the team scores. Now, I only finished in the top 5 here. It looks like I did 4,018 damage, which was the most on my team, and not by a little bit, by more than more than 1,000 points. The guy who got first was the Sheridan, which is a light tank. Of course, he's going to get the best reward there for being a light tank doing that much damage. Great job on him. You can see anybody that's doing over 2,500 here is doing really well. I mean, even the Kravanya, the Swedish heavy, did 2,300. Usually those do more than that, and the 60 TP did decent as well. But yeah, I mean, Anybody that's doing 25 and up is doing really well. You can see on their team, they really only had this E50M that did over 2,000, the GWE 100, which is an artillery. Again, that's kind of rare. It did over 2,000, and the STB-1 was the man of the match for them at 2731. Yeah, patrol duty is an award for light tanks, spotting a certain amount of enemies. And then if we look at the detailed report, you can see a bigger breakdown of how things were. I did not use a premium or account for this, but not too bad. Guys, this is World of Tanks. If this is a game that you'd like to see a few more rounds of, I'd be glad to show you all the different classes, maybe some different tiers, and we could check that out as well. But I'm going to stick with Star Citizen most of the time. I just wanted to show you guys another game that I've been known to play. Thank you for tuning in. I hope I didn't scare too many of you guys off. We'll do a different game tomorrow, maybe. I've got some time coming off of, you know, doing any videos here in a few days, so I do apologize. I'm not going to have a lot of videos come out very soon, but I will try to finish August up with a burst of videos, especially when 3.14 drops. I know a lot of you probably aren't playing 3.14 at the moment. But guys, thanks you once again for tuning in. Definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out my YouTube members and my Patreon. All that's going to be listed in the description of the video. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.